Riders are down there in the starting line. There's Kevin Windham, who won the first Moto, Jeff. Here's your Rocky Mountain keys to the race. What does it take to win here in Steel City?
Well, as I mentioned, tire choice. You can see that they didn't really plow up the starting area right off the gate, but on into the first turn there is. But they're going to use a tire for the hard pack. Opportunity knocks. Big opportunity with Dungey not finishing that moto for somebody to win the overall. Who's going to step up, grab that bonus? And, of course, this classic uphill start here. I believe that you can get a start anywhere in the inside.
Let's go racing Moto 2 from Pennsylvania. Oh, a bunch of riders down into the first turn. It looks like Ryan Dungey, though, is back with a vengeance out front of Moto 2, not for long. Andrew Short gets by him. Oh, Michael Byrne is down. Billy McKenzie, a guest rider from the United Kingdom, is down. And is that Ben Townley? We're seeing a Honda laying down on his side. The 351 is Sewell. Yes, it is Ben Townley. Oh man, that's the way the season has gone for this guy.
And that was a bad get off there. And what happens typically when the guys get together, we'll take a look at the replay, is that when you start banging bars, see somebody got bumped, and then possibly when you start getting elbows in there, you know somebody's arm grabs your front brake, start to lock bars. You see Michael Byrne down, yeah.
The 529 of Lowell Spangler laying on top of Townley. Well, you said opportunity knocks, but it seems like every time it knocks on the door of Townley, something unfortunate like that happens. But here's the opportunity for Windham. He's going after Dungey, as is Short. They are not messing around with the champ today.
Well, and Short really has to do something special here in this first moto, because gave up some points to Brett Metcalfe in that quest to be second in this title chase.
Look at this battle. Windham clears Dungey around the outside.
Well, and what's going to be tough for Dungey, I've been in this situation before where you don't ride the first moto. You just get out of sync of the racetrack. You get out of sync of your game plan, how you prepare for the day, and possibly things just start to happen a little quick for you in your mind. So it's going to be a tough moto for Dungey. Let's see how he can rebound here in Moto 2.
And there you saw Metcalfe and Alessi just come by. So Metcalfe, not too bad of a start here. He'll still have an opportunity to maybe race for this overall. But he can't wait around too long. Because Windham, who won Moto 1, oh, there's Townley. But it's good to see, actually, him just walking off under his own power, considering.
Yeah, and also in that carnage there was Michael Byrne, who had his best moto of the year, and then down off the start. That's going to be frustrating also.
So Short leads him around at the end of lap 1. So it is a Honda Red Bull Racing 1-2 early. And the Rockstar Makita Suzuki Dungey in third. Brayton is fourth. Chisholm, Alessi, Metcalfe duking it out behind that. Windham looking to go after Short, Jeff.
Yeah, did you read that, the pit board there? It said, focus, it's you, dog.
Almost wasn't him. He was off the bike. Look at Windham all the way around the outside. Trying to get back to the inside.
Wow, that was so close. And they actually massaged that turn 2. And there's a pretty good rail around the outside. But look at Windham. He's just wasting he just upshifted in the air right there, too. Instead of holding it in a gear, just to prepare. Look at that. Just right down the inside.
Oh, it's close. Wow, for teammates, that was close. Short managing to get back in the lead. Windham refires. Short's going to be on the inside for this next right-hander, though. Oh, you hear the horns. The fans are so pumped over the idea of Kevin Windham maybe grabbing an overall win today. He's a fan favorite for sure. Short's being stubborn.
Well, he definitely is, but Windham, he's using some different lines. He's trying to figure it out here, trying to stay out of that roost. Oh, there he is, just drives past Short.
And Short not able to hold Windham back. Kevin Windham into the lead.
I'm telling you, how Windham massaged that roller section and just applied the power to the ground. That was awesome. I mean, he's just, right now, it's so natural. He's just flowing, so confident. I mean, he didn't even race first part of the championship. Yeah. Let's take a look here at this replay as Windham comes down the inside. Short he's got to give it to him. And watch this from a different angle here. Closer angle. I mean, he was two bike lengths behind him off of that final jump, and he just hammered him. That was cool.
Yeah, he didn't even need the inside of that corner. He had short pass before they got to the turn. And now here comes Dungey. What do you think, Jeff? A couple of laps, could Dungey start to find that flow again after missing most of the first race?
Well, you would think so.
Okay.
I mean, he's been that good this year. But for Andrew Short, it's a tough situation because, you know, trying to retain second in points in this championship, and it's almost like he's in the safe mode, right, where he just doesn't want to do anything, you know, make any big mistakes, right? But in turn, you know, I mean, it's almost like he's a little, you know, conservative at times. But, I mean, that is kind of his style. You know, you're not going to see Andrew Short, type of guy out there riding crazy and just, you know, feet off the pegs. He's very calculated, very skilled rider. But you know he wants second in this championship. You can tell by his starts and stuff. He's just, you know, totally focused.
But an overall win sure would be nice as well. He's never got one of those in this class. He's got some Moto wins, including one this year. But Dungey goes to the inside, and he's got the spot. So Short pushed back to third. Justin Brayton is in fourth. The Muscle Milk Joe Gibbs Yamaha. But right now it looks like Dungey's got that second place covered. And let's see if the number 5 can go after Windham. And as far as the overall is concerned, Dungey's not a factor after not finishing the first moto. So he goes after Windham. I don't know if Windham's going to try to fight him or not. We might find out in just a few laps. There is Brayton now rolling up on Short. Battle is on for the lead here at Steel City. Kevin Windham on the 14, leading the 5 of Ryan Dungey, and Dungey's digging in hard, Jeff.
Wow, he used the outside line there. He's not wasting any time. You know, he's got all that energy in that body of his that he didn't use in the first moto, okay, that he's going to apply to Moto 2. It's frustrating to have a moto like that, but you know, we mentioned earlier maybe he's got a little rusty from not riding that moto, maybe not quite up to pace on how the track is developed because he missed the moto, but he's proven all those theories wrong.
He's going to dial it now. Look at that line switching from the outside to the inside. Windham takes advantage of that little mistake, pulls away just a tad. As Short as third, Brayton and Chisholm rounding out the top 5 early on. And Dungey, there you see, just turned in the fastest lap of this race. So he's definitely back up on pace now after a rough first race today.
Yeah, 2:28 flat. Windham was 2:29.7 last time around. So you know, over a second and a half right there. And Windham, you know, he's holding on great here. He's holding his composure. He looked great to first moto. Energy looks good. You know, his line choice right now looks to be fantastic. But he's little mistake there. The Honda jumped out on him a little bit.
It's what they call the sky coaster here, a series of ups and downs on the top of the hill. Now they drop back down. This is where Windham passed Short. He still has the line dialed in.
Now watch what Dungey does through this next section. He really has some good lines through here. Oh, both riders hugging it tight. See if they can. Oh, Dungey way to the outside. Lost a little bit of time there.
This is one of the fastest sections of this course. Windham, that's where he passed Metcalfe in moto number 1. Windham has responded to the challenge here, Jeff.
Yeah, he definitely is. I mean, he's been in this situation before. Okay, so he knows what to do here. He's out here to go win these races. You know, he's not worrying about any championship points or anything like that. But you know, in Kevin's place, he just he does what he does. He goes out there and rides up to his full potential, and you know that could be good enough to win.
Oh, but not maybe this moto as Dungey gets by him. Nice job by Dungey to take over the lead, but Windham's still looking good for the overall today when we total up both races.
Yeah, which would be huge. And you can tell Windham when he went through there, if this was a championship battle, he could have easily got to the inside of Dungey there on that right-handed off camera and just pushed him out of the way, but very respectful of the newly crowned 450 champion.
Windham trying to control his own destiny by staying in the number 2 spot, but these fans, they're going to be a little nervous now for the next, say, what, 10 minutes and 2 laps, or 20 minutes and 2 laps, hoping that Windham can hold on to this overall. Roger DeCoster, the longtime team manager for Suzuki, been managing that squad since 1995, and also won many championships in the 1970s as a rider for that team. Roger DeCoster and Suzuki are going to part ways at the end of this season. And what a change of events for Suzuki over the last 7 days. Euphoria last week, Ryan Dungey winning the championship for the squad. And then just a few days later, DeCoster announces he will leave the team, and then Dungey a horrible first moto today. So that's how quickly things can change in racing. Yeah, been a bit of an up and down, and you got to think for Ryan Dungey, who's worked so well with Roger DeCoster, that he's going to be pretty bummed. You know, obviously business, you know, is business, and had to do what he had to do. But you know, he's such a great team leader, and not only the riders that he hires, but the crew that he puts together. Right. And so for Ryan Dungey, you know, there's going to be some changes, and there'll be some adversity that he's going to have to face as the champion. And so it's going to be interesting to see who they bring in to manage the team, and you know, if they can keep the ball rolling. We saw Brayton come by in third, then it's Short and Metcalfe about to hook it up in another one of these battles for second. Just one more thing in the DeCoster situation, he said he was looking for a 3-year contract, work 3 more years and retire. And Suzuki, in this economy, was only able to offer him a year-to-year deal. So, you know, they just agree to disagree on that. No hard feelings really between them, it's just business. Let's take it to this 29-24 battle. They're hooking it up again. Metcalfe has come from 7th now to catch Short. Here's your progressive whole shot replay, Jeff. Yeah, watch this classic start here as Dungey comes in. And watch the middle of your screen. Townley and Michael Byrne hook up. Both riders go down. They take a couple of the riders with them. But, you know, for Ryan Dungey, he did what he had to do, get out there. Andrew Short also. So, yeah, Short had the good start, but how long can he make that hold up with Metcalfe all over him? Metcalfe has been so aggressive these last couple of weeks, Jeff, and rides like this, even bad starts doesn't seem to stop this guy. Welcome back to Steel City Lucas Oil AMA Pro Motocross. Ryan Dungey leading the way here. He's pulled away quite a bit from Kevin Windham, who is in second, but we count 2 motos here. So even though Dungey is logging the Rockstar Energy Drink fast laps, his terrible finish in Moto 1 means he won't be able to win the overall today, Jeff. Yeah, and you can see why he's pulling away. He's turned to 227.4. Now he's at a 228.5. Windham at a 230 flat. So Dungey still, you know, second or so faster. But Brayton now has really started to pick it up, as has Brett Metcalfe, who now has worked his way past Short. Yeah. You know what that is? That's 2 more points. Yeah, and he made up quite a few in Moto 1, even with the second place finish. And has taken over second in the series coming into this moto, and he might add 2 more if it ended up this way. I don't think Metcalfe's satisfied, though, with that 4th place spot. You know he's going to want to charge for a top 3 by the time this thing. You got that right, and he really is working hard out there right now. And then the battle for the privateers here. You know, Chisholm has been right in there, right in the Moto Concept Yamaha. Of course, Ryan Cypes, you know, his teammate. Same, you know, same bike, same team. They're battling out. And Kyle Regal went down in the first moto, went down pretty hard. But so that's going to change that battle up a little bit for the privateers. So here is Chisholm, kid out of Florida. On the number 55 is in 6th. Mike Alessi behind him. Chisholm just missed the podium last week in the Southwood Sam, was 4th overall. Whereas Alessi here was on the box, and we were thinking that might be the launch for Alessi to put in a strong stretch run in this series, but unfortunately, today he's outside the top 5 again. And then this is a great story. The rider behind him, Nick Paluzzi, first ever pro race, and he's in the top 10. You got it. Lives right down the street from me, Riverside, California. Got the opportunity here from Muscle Milk Toyota Yamaha and Joe Gibbs Racing to ride this machine that Josh Grant left behind there with the injury. And yeah, Josh Grant actually had shoulder surgery. He started the season late with shoulder surgery, and unfortunately is going to end the season early with it. So now Paluzzi's on the bike and riding it well. Yeah, and so Jeremy Albrecht and Coy Gibbs, they give him the call on a Tuesday. He agreed, flew the red eye back to Charlotte, and got on the bike Wednesday. And look at this, he's up there battling with a rider the caliber of Mike Alessi. Yeah, Alessi managing to move over and hold him off, at least for the moment. And Paluzzi, we got to talk to his dad between motos. He rode hard in that first moto, but he wasn't tired. He wanted to get back out here and do this. Yeah, he's just, I mean, he's such a good kid, too, and he's so talented. Let's send it down to Aaron down on the track. Aaron?
Well, guys, a quick update on a few injuries that had taken place today. The number 10 of Tommy Hahn, we saw him pull off during that first moto, suffered a grade 2 separation of his right shoulder, which is his good shoulder, unfortunately. He is going to have an MRI Monday morning, and he is hopeful to be back by the time for Pala. And also, Billy McKenzie, the number 621 who showed up here today, the Scottish rider, he got caught up in that first turn pileup during the second moto, a broken collarbone for him, a broken right collarbone.
Ah, man, tough luck. Billy Mack here on a guest ride. Kawasaki was putting a new bike under the tent since Chad Reed, our defending series champ, is out with an illness. But McKenzie only made it to the start here of the second moto and is now down and out. So tough luck for some riders. The benefactor are guys like Paluzzi.
Yeah, what a dream ride that would be to ride that factory Kawasaki.
I know.
But I tell you what, Paluzzi, he's making all of this ride that he's got going here with Joe Gibbs Racing, because, I mean, he looks fantastic on this big bike. You know, I mean, I'm just really impressed with his ride today. Spoke to him, earlier today, and I said, look, you only have one chance at having your first pro race. I really hope that you enjoy it, right? Enjoy it, ride as hard as you can. Don't worry about anything. Don't worry about any expectations from anyone. Just enjoy this day. And 10th in the first moto, now 8th in this moto. Pretty strong ride for a true rookie here.
He's got some company, though. Cypes, there you see, the 46, not too far back. And what do you think? Is it almost better sometimes when the riders, like you said, have no expectations, no pressure?
Yeah, I mean, that's really when you see, just the natural raw talent. There's no politics. There's nothing about money or bonuses or anything. I mean, he's a rookie. He's a kid, and he's just out there riding a motorcycle. But what he's doing is he's doing the ultimate audition, right? Because he's one of half a dozen amateurs that are turning pro. And they're looking for rides, and it's a tough season for any rider to really lock down their ride, unless you're Ryan Dungey, but he's already signed. So.
Yeah, he's signed for next year, but he's one of the few. Even guys like Short and Windham, Metcalfe, they do not have deals officially inked for next year either. So it's an audition for most. It's just another victory celebration, though, for the number 5 of Dungey, who's going to collect another moto win. Not going to get the overall today after a crash and some mechanical troubles in moto number 1. But he just wants to leave here letting everyone know he is still the man in this class. Battle brewing for third. The 23 of Metcalfe, the 23 of Brayton, with challenges being put to him by the 24 of Metcalfe. So Brayton and Metcalfe, this is quite a battle.
Oh yeah, you talk about accelerating your soul. These riders here are doing it because they're reeling in Moto 1 winner Kevin Windham, who just turned a 2:32. Brayton and Metcalfe a 2:30. So basically 2 seconds faster on that one lap. So we'll see if Windham can hold on here. He's getting the pit board. Metcalfe's getting the pit board. 5 more laps. We've got a little under 5 minutes plus 2 laps to go.
This is a race. This is a real battle. And remember, okay, so Metcalfe, if he gets around Windham, he can go 2-2 on the day. If Windham goes 1-3, Windham will edge him for the overall. But if Brayton winds up getting between them, then Metcalfe can win this thing. So 4.5 minutes plus 2 laps to go. This could change completely by the time it's over.
Well, that's if you're Brett Metcalfe, if you were fortunate enough to come away with the win on a day like today, even if you don't win the moto, that's going to be huge. What redemption that would be after the disappointing first moto last week. So, but hey, this race is far from over. We got 4 minutes to go plus 2 laps. This is when it really starts to intensify. This is when the fitness comes into play here. You see Metcalfe make a little mistake there, but this is what the event points look like as they run right now.
But that could change depending on some passes here. And you saw Metcalfe a little mistake. He is really riding the edge right now to try to get these guys.
Well, he had some momentum. He made that mistake, but yeah, he's really using the track. He is all over the place right now, trying to find some smooth lines, and it's working for him. These guys are motoring right now, and I'm really proud of what Brayton's doing also. This is definitely one of his best rides of the season.
Well, Brayton won the last moto of the year last year on this track, so something about Steel City seems to work for the guy. But he better find all those good lines now because Metcalfe is going to push, and here we go, to get around him. This is a new section of the course they opened up last year. The idea, bring some jumps into the fan zone. And you see the fans lining the track, and they're excited because Windham could win this overall.
Here it is.
But Metcalfe making a move on Brayton. No, Brayton holds him back. Great racing. Brayton not letting it happen. Right-hander, Metcalfe's got to deal with this bump on the inside.
He's doing this little double right there. You see how he just closed right up on the back of Brayton right now. So Brayton's holding his composure well. In the meantime, they just turned to 2:32, so Brayton fell off the pace by 2 seconds as Windham went back down to a 2:30.
Now, is that Windham stepping up? Is that these guys battling each other? That's Windham going fast.
Definitely. He said, okay, need to get in gear here. Need to dial in my turns, keep flowing here. But Metcalfe is all over the track here. Okay, now he's coming down the inside. Can he hold the line?
Not much of a run to bank off of there, but he's going fast. And fast enough to take over the spot. Now, Jeff, you talked about Rocky Mountain Keys before this race. With Dungey having trouble in Moto 1, opportunity knocks for these guys. Who can take advantage?
Yeah, well, he certainly has got the right tire choice because he's hooked up. But, yeah, the opportunity right now is there for Metcalfe and for Windham. And we'll see just what sort of effort Metcalfe can put out here at the end of this moto. I mean, this guy works so hard, and I mean, he's so physically fit. I mean, this guy, he is a trainaholic.
The problem is, even if he passes Windham, Windham should edge him for the overall, so he needs to hope Brayton can hang with him and then drop Windham to 4th, and then Metcalfe can get this thing. Ryan Dungey leading the way here, Lucas Oil AMA Pro Motocross Championship. During the break, Jeff Emig just kind of marveling at the style of this kid.
Yeah, I was just watching him technically here, just where he's placing his feet, and his technique and everything, and it's just amazing because he's carrying so much speed. It seems like the bike is always in the proper part of the power band, right in the meat of the power, and he's just dominating. He's so clean through his turns and his ruts and stuff like that. That's how come he's still turning 2:30 and turned to 2:27 is as fast as this moto.
Yeah, that's the Rockstar Energy Drink fast lap of the race. That's the 2:27 for Dungey. No one able to match that. But Kevin Windham, he's going pretty fast too. He's in 2nd, and he needs to keep pushing because Brett Metcalfe is in 3rd. And you know Metcalfe's not going to stop charging.
Yeah, but Dungey, Windham, and Metcalfe, all three are turning a 2:30. And now Brayton has dropped off the pace just a little bit, 2:33.
There's the distance between Windham and Metcalfe. They were so close at the end of Moto 1. Only 0.8 of a second separated them. And that Moto win for Windham, he edged him, might make all the difference in the overall today.
Yeah, and so for Brayton here, like I said, he dropped off the pace about 4 seconds that last lap. Might have made a little mistake there or something, but it does look like he's going to be any help to Metcalfe in his quest to win this overall.
It's been a long time since Kevin Windham has won one of these races overall. 2007, you got to go all the way back. There is Short, and Short might be facing a challenge from Cypes. Cypes has gotten around a bunch of the riders. He's gotten past Paluzzi, Alessi, Chisholm. So Cypes and Chisholm, we're talking about the teammates, battling to be top privateer. Cypes making the move on Chisholm right now, and he's not satisfied. He wants Short.
No, but this team here, this Moto Concepts Yamaha team, privateer team, they don't get any of the works factory parts, but you can tell that they've put together a great operation. This year has been spectacular for them. They've leaped forward big time, and riders like Ryan Cypes, he's really surprised everyone with the way that he's ridden this big bike here, where he is definitely a player.
Cypes has always had great speed. The consistency has been a bit of an issue, but that's behind him now. He's been solid all year, and he's put some gap between himself and Chisholm.
Yeah, Chisholm had a little fall in the first moto, but certainly here running 7th in the second moto. That's been lately also. I mean, you have to admire what this young man's doing also. And so, once again, the Moto Concept team starting to gel. Things are starting to work there, and that's when we're talking about with Dungey losing Roger DeCosta, part of that foundation. It's important.
Cypes was actually fastest of anyone in practice today, faster than Dungey. I think he's got some inside tips up. Look at that, jumping out, going after Short, and he's going to be the inside for this right-hander. Is that going to allow him to take the spot? Short fights back, and he puts that factory Honda power to the ground. No, that actually forced Short outside.
Cypes jumps off the side of the track and goes down.
Oh, too far. And look, he hurt himself on the landing. Oh, no, that is a disaster. Just going for it to get one more spot. And it looks like Chisholm is going to now inherit that spot. That's how quickly things change in this game. I think he's just shaken up, luckily. Officials over there are going to try to protect the bike so no one runs into it.
Yeah, see, he knocked down some of those banners there, and those are held up by those wooden stakes. He might have fallen right on one of those things, but clear sailing for Dungey. 1 lap to go. 1 lap to go. Let's take a look at this. Now watch what Cypes does right here. Watch, he slides a little bit because of the bumps, and when he jumps off to the side, I see right as he, watch him go down right here. I don't know, he just lands right on the ground. Just might land on a rock, something like that, but wow, disappointing ending to what was a fantastic ride today.
His mechanic, Scotty Atkins, used to race out here a lot, and I think he got some good inside information on the hot lines. It was working up until that moment. Meanwhile, let's go back to Ryan Dungey. As we mentioned, midway through the show, Roger DeCosta, the team manager, and a legend, really, the man who almost built the Suzuki brand when they started racing motocross back in the 70s, was parting ways with the team. How much of an effect will that have on Dungey? No doubt the tutelage of DeCosta and also Ricky Carmichael have helped make Dungey the rider he is. Now, no doubt, Dungey's got plenty of talent. They can tell you all they want. You got to go out and execute. He's able to do that. But yeah, I'm sure it was probably a little bit of a bittersweet weekend last weekend for Dungey. Wins the title, then finds that RD is moving on.
Yeah, but watch as Dungey comes down this here. Watch how the bike works coming into these extremely rough bumps and everything there. I just marvel at what they've been able to do with this bike here, and like with the settings and the chassis. I mean, you know, obviously you have to have a good rider, no doubt about that. But they work, you know, hand in hand together, and it's just so plush. You know, sometimes you see some bikes and it's in those really harsh bumps and those like square edge braking bumps when a bike is too stiff or it's just not set up properly. You know, the bike's really jumping around. But for Dungey, man, he just works it, and the bike is it's working for him, no doubt.
Well, I mentioned this bike and team last week won the championship with Chad Reed. Last week we said that they won the championship with Chad Reed last year, and they win it again with Ryan Dungey this year. It had been 16 years since a team won this title, back-to-back years with 2 different riders. So you said before, you got to keep the ball rolling, the momentum. They've definitely got it right now.
Yeah, and the interesting thing is that with Roger DeCosta, if he leaves, goes to another team, you know, he knows Ryan Dungey inside and out, you know, and so that's gonna work against him, and that just in a blink of an eye, you know, your biggest supporter becomes the enemy.
Well, here it is. Ryan Dungey is headed to the 2nd Moto win. And generally, when he does that this year, he wins the overall. But that's not going to be the case at Still City. Yeah, he proved he's still the strong, fast guy of the class. And he's going to prove that by winning this Moto. Ryan Dungey takes Moto 2, but the fans are extremely excited because Kevin Windham, with 1-2 scores on the day, wins the overall at Steel City. He won this race way back in 2001. He hasn't won a national since 2007. He wasn't even supposed to race outdoors this year, and he takes the Honda to victory lane. Brett Metcalfe, close once again. He's happy. He'll be on the podium as well. We'll be right back.